everyone, myself Rajat. Welcome back to Alhan Cyber Brief, your weekly roundup of India's most shocking cyber attacks, frauds, scams, and threats. We bring you facts and analysis so that you can stay one step ahead. This is episode 15 of our series, and today we are covering 5 major stories across the country. So let's dive right in. Here's what happened. In Shivamogga, Karnataka police dismantled a massive mule account syndicate. We're talking about 82 crores in fraudulent transactions. And this is not some random operation, this is organized crime. Fraudsters were opening bank accounts using forged documents and false identification. They had the whole setup. They were then using those accounts to move money from one state to another and very quickly to avoid detection. This shows you how cunning, smart, and organized these networks have become. Now, here's what matters to you the most. Please listen very carefully. Someone someday might approach you with an offer that let us use a bank account and we will give you easy money. You might think it's a very good offer, but I strictly advise against that. Please do not fall for it. Because this is how those mule accounts work. You think you're renting your account, but actually criminals are using your account to move and hide stolen money. And when one day law enforcement catches them, and they will, you will also be a part of the loop. You will face legal charges, your reputation will be at risk, and your career will also be at risk if you have one. So is the easy money really worth that? Please pause the video. Feel free to pause the video and ask yourself if easy money is really worth all of that. The clear and easy answer is no, it's not worth that. Think about it. Meanwhile, let's move on to the next story. This one could really happen to any one of us. And I'm pretty sure if this happened in your colony, it would be the topic of gossip. In Ghaziabad, a 41-year-old woman received a WhatsApp notification. It was regarding a traffic violation notification, a Challan, which contained a link, and she clicked it. That one mistake cost her 6 lakhs because the link installed a malicious APK on her phone, gave full remote access to the fraudsters. They stole the banking credentials and they stole and intercepted her OTPs. So let me be very clear with you. The government agencies like RTO, municipal corporation, tax agencies, they do not send you APK over WhatsApp. They definitely don't. They have bots to help you with some assignments like getting your invoices or getting some service started, but they not send you APKs. And if you receive one, like this woman did, immediately delete it. I highly advise you to delete it. Do not open it at all, and definitely do not install it. If you do, it might cost you more than it cost her. So if you have actually a traffic violation, go to the official government website or visit their office. That is the safest way. Let's move on to the next news. Police arrested 6 individuals in Navi, Mumbai who were running fake investment and trading applications. These apps were promising 30% returns, guaranteed profits, quick money. We have all seen these advertisements on Instagram, on YouTube, and in group chats. These apps that promise if you invest 5,000, you can make 50,000 in 30 days. Sounds impossible? It is impossible. But how many people actually fall for it? Way too many. In this case alone, around 1 crore of people's money was stolen. And the pattern is always same. An unregulated app promises unrealistic returns. People fall for it, they invest, the return never comes, the money disappears. Please do not fall for it. If this sounds too good to be true, it actually is. Stick to regulated financial platforms, stick to your banks, stick to regulated brokers if you want to invest. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If you think you have discovered Aladdin's Chirag, 1 million other people might think the same, but it's all really fake. Let's move on to our next story. Alright, here's some significant news from Odisha. This is all under the Operation Cyber Kavach, and I'll be reading out the big numbers so you kind of understand how many people were caught, how many cases were solved, because this is a big win. So the operation checked 18,119 mule accounts linked to online frauds, 2,000 suspicious bank accounts in one state alone, 28 cases to fraudulent ATM cash withdrawal, 23 to unauthorized check withdrawals, and 13 cases tied to fake SIM. and fraudulent payment devices. Wow. And total of 262 individuals being arrested. And then on top of that, legal notices were issued to 4,152 account holders and their associates. My God. What does this tell you? It shows the scale of mule accounts being used. It shows how organized these networks have become, and that authorities are not just targeting fraudsters, they're targeting anyone who allows their account to be misused. And this is important for you to understand. If your account is in the list, or if your account is on the list, you are at legal risk. I think in the news one we discussed about this, that if you are renting your account for easy money, you're just getting yourself in unexpected trouble. So be aware what transactions are happening from your account. You might not have rented your account, but someone might be misusing your identity or misusing your account. So keep a track and be aware, because such operations they are just starting in Odisha. Tomorrow they might be in UP, Delhi, Bangalore, wherever you live. Just be aware, I would say. Anyway, let's move on to the good news. Here's the positive update, and I really mean when I say positive, because last week law enforcement agency across 16 states worked together on a coordinated operation. They arrested 104 individuals that were connected to different cyber fraud networks like mule accounts, financial frauds, and identity fraud. A total of more than 1,000 complaints were solved, and 127 crore were traced to fraudulent transactions. So this is not some random arrest, this is significant, this is really big, because the operation was targeting big criminal ecosystems, and breaking them down. So this is not like individual arrest of one or two criminals. I mean, we need to see more of this, really more of this, and this is a really big win, and we hope to see more of this in many other states. And those are the news for today. Now let's move on to a breakdown of what we can learn from all of this. I think we did have messages here and there, but let's try to summarize it. Hi. So I hope you enjoyed the news, and let me give you some clear, honest, and I'll be candid to give you these actionable steps. First of all, I think we have never allow anyone access to your bank account. We have seen the news about mule accounts being used to hide stolen money, and then the legal charges are being faced by innocent people because they just wanted some easy money. So if you ever get that offer, just say no. Believe me, you don't want the legal charges, you don't want to put your career at risk, and you definitely don't want the easy money to cost you your image, if you know what I mean. Secondly, do not install APK files that come through WhatsApp or SMS. They are probably malicious. They will steal your banking credentials. They will intercept your OTPs. God knows how much money you might lose in a few minutes, but it's not worth it. So please don't install anything suspicious. Ask people you trust within your family, and if you are educated enough to identify them yourself, find in your circle people who are not and educate them, or you can share my video with them. Thirdly, avoid any unregulated trading or betting apps. If they give, if they promise guaranteed returns, guaranteed profits, or quick returns, it's probably a scam. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Period. Don't fall for it. And same as the previous thing. If you know somebody who's falling for it, let them know. Please don't let them waste their money and life like that. Lastly, if you get any government notice on WhatsApp, it's highly unlikely. If it's an APK or link, it's fake. If you want to, like for example in today's news, you want to check your challan, go to the government official website, enter your car details, your license details, and you'll get the details if you have any existing challan, or you might get a mail to your house. So don't fall for those messages. And lastly, if you're ever part of any scam or fraud, call 1930 immediately, or go to cybercrime.gov.in and submit the details. The faster you submit, the higher your chances of getting your money back. Believe me, that's true. That was all for users. So uh, the next section is for the managers. So if you're a manager, stick around. If not, you might become one day. So stay tuned. All right, we're almost to the end. So if you're the manager or decision maker or want to be, listen very carefully. Firstly, strengthen your KYC and transaction monitoring process. Mule accounts have a pattern as we saw in the News 1 and News 4. They have high transaction velocity. Money moves across geographic regions, and your system needs to catch those patterns early. Secondly, enforce strict mobile device policies. No side-loaded apps, no unauthorized installations, lock down devices completely. This protects your corporate data and your employees' personal information. Thirdly, I think this is very important for a finance team that you invest in a detection system and real-time monitoring because systems that flag unusual transaction behavior and systems that can identify geographic inconsistencies in the spending patterns will greatly help you in identifying either insider threat or anomalies within your corporate environment. I promise you, we are almost at the end. This is the fourth and the crucial part that do not work in isolation. Collaborate with law enforcement, share your threat intelligence with industry groups. The more information you share, the faster the enforcement can come and help you fight with real threats. Okay, maybe I lied. There's one more part, and that is to treat cybersecurity awareness as a continuous priority, not a one time training. Your members, they need to understand real threats and real consequences because training does not provide that. And these are just not blank lines that I'm coming up with because cybercrime evolves every week and your defense needs to evolve every week too. I cannot maybe I'll repeat it and it might become clear to you that cybercrime evolves every week. It does. If you look at the crimes I was sharing today, they might sound similar, but they have evolved. They're not using the same pattern. So defense needs to evolve as well because cyber risk today is operational risk and it will directly impact your business. It's not just IT's job to protect your corporate environment. It's everyone's job to do that. Thanks for watching until the end. You know, cyber criminals are evolving every week. They have new targets, they have new schemes, they have new scams. But the best defense is to stay aware, and we will help you by breaking down such news so that you understand what's actually happening out there. You know, if you find this helpful, if you find this informational, please send and share this with people who actually need to hear this and might help them because these threats are not made up, they're real. I'm not making these up, these are actual news articles as I share in my descriptions. So stay alert, stay secure, and I'll see you on the next episode.